You are the warden of a state correctional facility. 15 years working your way up. Started as a corrections officer at 23. Broke up riots. Survived stabbings. Watched colleagues quit, burn out, and fall apart. You stayed. You believed the job meant something. That keeping order inside those walls protected something real on the outside. The day they handed you the warden's badge, you called your mother. She cried. The facility you run holds 1,200 inmates. Gangs. Cartel members. Organized crime figures serving long sentences. Men with nothing to lose, and people on the outside still moving money on their behalf. You know this. You have always known this. What you did not know is how long it would take before one of them figured out exactly what you needed to hear. It starts with a lawyer. Sharp suit. Expensive watch. He represents one of your high-profile inmates. A cartel lieutenant serving 22 years. The lawyer requests a private meeting. Routine legal visit. You approve it without thinking twice. But at the end of the meeting, the lawyer hands you an envelope. He says his client simply wants better medical care. A private cell. Small things. Nothing that would raise any flags. Inside the envelope is $30,000. You hand it back. You write the visit up and file it with the oversight board. You are still the person your mother cried for. 6 months later, your wife gets a diagnosis. Stage 2. Treatable, but expensive. The insurance covers some of it. Not enough. The bills start arriving, and they do not stop. You take a second mortgage. You cash out your pension contributions early. You work double shifts and come home to a woman who is trying not to let you see how scared she is. You are not sleeping. You are not eating properly. You are running out of options, and you know it. The lawyer comes back. Same sharp suit. Same expensive watch. This time the envelope is thicker. He says his client understands you are going through a difficult time. He says the offer is still on the table. Private cell. Better medical access. Nothing more. You sit with the envelope in your hands for a long time. You think about the mortgage. The bills. Your wife's face when she thinks you are not watching. You put the envelope in your drawer. You tell yourself it is just this once. It is never just once. Within a year, you are running a system inside the system. Certain inmates get private cells. Certain contraband moves through intake without being flagged. Phones, drugs, documents. The cartel lieutenant in Block C is running his entire outside operation from inside your facility, and you are the reason nobody finds it. The money comes in clean, routed through a shell account your lawyer set up. Monthly deposits that look like consulting fees. You tell your wife things are getting better. She believes you because she wants to. By year 3, you are not just accommodating requests. You are managing them. Gang leaders negotiating territory disputes through channels you control. Contraband pricing set in meetings you facilitate. Inmates transferred, isolated, or protected based on payments you receive. You are not a warden anymore. You are the most powerful criminal in the building. And unlike everyone else inside those walls, you get to go home every night. Then an inmate dies. A small-time offender. Nobody connected to anyone. He saw something he should not have seen. A transfer of contraband through a corridor that was supposed to be empty. You did not order it, but the people you work for did. And when the investigation opens, you are the one who has to make sure it goes nowhere. You reassign the guards who were on duty that night. You lose the corridor footage. You write a report that says the inmate died of a medical episode. You sign your name to it. That signature is what ends you. A federal investigator assigned to a separate gang task force pulls a thread that leads back to your facility. An inmate flips, then another. Phone records, financial transfers, guard testimonies from people who saw things and stayed quiet until they had a reason not to. You arrive at work on a Tuesday morning, and there are federal vehicles in the parking lot. Your deputy will not look at you. You know before you reach the door. They arrest you in your own office. The office where you hung your warden's badge on the first day. Where you kept a photograph of your mother on the desk. Where you told yourself every morning that the work meant something. They read you your rights in front of your staff. Conspiracy, corruption, obstruction of justice, involuntary manslaughter for the inmate whose death you covered. You were placed in handcuffs and walked out of the building through the same entrance you used every day for 15 years. The inmates watch through the cell windows as the van pulls away. Some of them are smiling. You are sentenced to 19 years. Not in a state facility, in a federal one. You spend your first night in a cell thinking about the $30,000 you handed back 6 months into the job. The moment you were still the person your mother cried for. You think about how close you came to staying that person. and how one envelope on a bad enough night was all it took to become everything you spent 15 years locking away.